Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy goes on trial for leading 2014 armed standoff. Las Vegas, Reuters. Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy goes on trial on Monday for his role in leading a 2014 armed standoff against federal agents that became a rallying point for militia groups challenging U.S. government authority in the American West. Bundy, two of his sons and a third follower are accused of conspiracy, assault, firearms offenses and other charges in the latest of several trials stemming from the confrontation near Bunkerville, Nevada, 75 miles, 120 kilometers, northeast of Las Vegas. The revolt was sparked by the court-ordered roundup of Bundy's cattle by government agents over his refusal to pay fees required to graze the herd on federal land. Hundreds of supporters, many heavily armed, rallied to Bundy's cause demanding that his livestock be returned. Outnumbered law enforcement officers ultimately retreated rather than risk bloodshed. No shots were ever fired. The face-off marked a flashpoint in long-simmering tensions over federal control of public lands in the West, and a precursor to Bundy's two sons leading an armed 6-week occupation of a federal wildlife center in Oregon 2 years later, in 2016. Defense lawyers have generally argued that the Bunkerville defendants were exercising constitutionally protected rights to assembly and to bear arms, casting the showdown as a patriotic act of civil disobedience against government overreach. Prosecutors have said that armed gunmen were using force and intimidation to defy the rule of law. Jury selection in the latest trial was slated to begin on Monday morning in U.S. District Court in Las Vegas. The proceedings were postponed for 3 weeks after an unrelated mass shooting in Las Vegas on October 1 in which 58 people were killed. Standing trial with Cliven Bundy, 71, are the two sons, Ammon and Ryan Bundy, who led last year's Oregon occupation, and a third co-defendant, Ryan Payne, a Montana resident linked by prosecutors to a militia group called Operation Mutual Aid. A fourth co-defendant, internet blogger and radio host Peter Santilli, pleaded guilty on October 6 to conspiracy and faces a possible 6-year prison term. 6 lesser-known participants in the Nevada ranch showdown went on trial as a group earlier this year. 2 men were found guilty, one of them sentenced to 68 years in prison. The other is awaiting sentencing. 2 of the 4 remaining defendants were retried and acquitted, and 2 others pleaded guilty last week to obstructing a court order. Those 2 each face up to a year in prison when sentenced. Yet another group of 6 defendants, including 2 more Bundy sons, Dave and Mel Bundy, are due to stand trial 30 days after the current trial ends. Ammon and Ryan Bundy, along with 5 other people, were previously charged with criminal conspiracy in the takeover of the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in Oregon. The trial ended with the surprise acquittal last year of all 7. Writing and additional reporting by Steve Gorman in Los Angeles. Editing by Peter Cooney.